Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to Driven Roads. I'm, as always, your host, Jesse. And continuing from where we left off last week, as you guys can see, I kind of just picked up right in the exact same spot. This road that I'm going to turn onto right up in this region here is actually called the Upper Works Road in Tawas, New York. It's kind of just a little dead end, out of the way, goes nowhere kind of road. It goes by a couple of really cool things and ends up at the trailhead to Mount Marcy and a couple other mountains up that way. Henderson Lake is one of the places up there. Not a whole lot on this road for anything except for scenery, really. As you can see off to the right side, there's the Opalescent River. It's actually technically the Upper Hudson, really. On the far side of that is the old National Lead Mine. And it's just kind of a very nice, very scenic place to go see. Not really a way to do anything, just a place to go see things. Completely forgot what I was going to say. I probably will do that occasionally during this. It just kind of tends to happen. If you do plan on doing any hiking or anything over the course of the summer, then I definitely recommend checking out this road. There's a lot of really good trails off from this road. Duck Hole is off from here, the Floodlands, Mount Marcy, Colden Dam is off from here, Colden Lake, Mount Colden. They're all off from here. Henderson Lake is even a good short little jaunt. It's only not even a 1 mile hike. It's really, really short. So it just kind of, it's a very nice little bit of scenery, nice place to check out, nice things to see. So I do enjoy driving this road. I spend a lot of time up here in the summer. I spend an inordinate amount of time up here in the summer, actually, because I am usually hiking or fishing or just driving this road. And I don't know, I love it up here. I love this whole area. So it's kind of another one of those places that, I know I sound like the broken record at this point, needs to be preserved, and people need to know about it so that they can preserve it. This place does get quite a bit of tourist traffic in the summer, though. Like I said, from the trailheads and whatnot, people I do like to come up here and hike a lot. There is pretty good fishing in the river in places. I'm not going to tell you exactly which places because, come on, I can't give up all my secrets now. But there are some there. And if you like wildlife, this is a really good place to see it. I think it actually, somewhere up here in the video, there's actually a deer running across the road directly in front of me. I don't remember exactly where it happened, but there was a deer that ran across the road directly in front of me up here. So, yeah, there is plenty of wildlife on this road. A lot of deer, definitely a lot of deer. I've seen a lot of turkey, even the occasional beaver. Not very often, but occasionally you do see a beaver up here. Another road I don't recommend driving in the winter for the most part other than a stock vehicle. This was early enough in the year I didn't really have any issues. If I tried to do it this time of year, yeah, not so much. Not so much. There's some pretty rough spots. The frost hues up here get kind of ridiculous. But again, it's not a road that's actively maintained for the most part. It's there. They do maintain it to a certain extent, just for the people that come hiking and stuff. But other than that, not so much. So the scenery is ridiculous, though. I'm watching the video as I'm recording this voiceover, and I keep getting kind of distracted just by the views. So, I mean, right out, is that Marcy off on that side? I don't remember. I don't think that's Marcy off on that side. That might be Colden off on that side off my right side of my screen there. But yeah, I mean, just if you have time, if you want to get out this summer and check something out, come check this out. There's trails. That parking lot right there on my left goes to Duck Hole and a couple other places out that way. Very good trails. The trails are pretty well maintained for the most part. The beginning of the trails to the higher elevations like Marcy and stuff like that are very well taken care of. Once you get obviously up onto the mountain and higher up, then they're not so much. But yeah, it's just going to happen. Try to plan your trip for a dry weekend. If it's rained a lot during the week, it's going to be a rough hike. Me and my buddy Chris were up here, oh, geez, in June. Yeah, we were up here in June, I want to say, and we went the long way through the floodlands up to Mount Marcy up by Colden Dam, and it had rained early in the week, Monday or Tuesday. It had rained, and I mean the trail was just mud, absolute mud. But still a good hike, a very good hike all in all. We went in and out one day. We did not make the summit, but we did like I don't know. We were up there for like 12 hours. There goes the deer. It was like a 12-hour hike in and out, and neither one of us is in prime health shape wise for hiking, I wouldn't say, so it probably could have been done a lot better. But we're not out for setting land speed records hiking, which I don't really think anybody should be. I think if you really want to hike these trails, you should really, take your time and enjoy it and actually, get to see what's going on around you. So it makes it so much better. And I mean, that is the point of hiking it, right? The point of hiking it's not just so you can say you hiked the mountain. What I'm coming up to right here on the right side, that is, no, not there, after the truck. It's the McIntyre blast furnace. It was a blast furnace that was used for iron mining and smelting iron up until the late 1800s. It was actually active and functional. There are some interesting rumors going on around the internet. I have seen a couple of them about how this isn't actually a blast furnace. It's what was the entertaining one? A supernova reactor. It was a hidden project by the government where they had created a supernova reactor because there's a plaque down at the bottom where the ore would come out that reads SNR, and it's actually a steel rating. It's not supernova reactor. If our government were going to make a supernova reactor, they would not label it supernova reactor. That just wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't. So, yeah. This parking lot I'm going by here on the right that's where me and my buddy Chris hiked. That is the trailhead to the Floodlands, the back way into Mount Marcy, Colden Dam, and all of that. It is definitely the longer way into Marcy. It's almost 14 miles one way to Marcy that way. Wow, I forgot to silence my phone, and go figure, it went off during a video. Huh. Anyways, that road that I just passed on the left goes up to the old mine foreman's house, and we're coming into what is often misnamed as the old town of Tahawus. It is not. It is actually the town of Adirondack. There is now a plaque up at the end of this end of the town, as you come into it, that shows you the layout of the old town, pretty much from its beginnings all the way up through to its current state for the most part. Most of the buildings are very dilapidated, and I would not advise going in any of them at all under any circumstances. They are very dangerous. They've been abandoned for quite some time, and yeah, I would stay out of them. But you can go down and walk around them and check them out. Just like I said, don't go in them. It's not worth the risks to life and limb. So yeah, this is the first house. This is the only one that's actively being restored by, I believe it's Open Spaces is doing the restoration work. They're also doing some on the blast furnace as well. I backed up here so my friend could actually take a picture of the plaque and of the house itself. So, but if you do get up here, try to have a little bit of respect and treat things decently. Remember, this is not yours. It is. It's kind of a historical landmark. You really don't see abandoned little ghost towns like that up here that often. So, have some consideration and don't wreck the joint. People have done so in the past, and it always irritates me when they do it. But it happens, I know, and I try to prevent it if I can. If I see it, I'm definitely going to prevent it. So, yeah, just have a little bit of respect. The parking lot at the end of this that we're going to come up to is the other Mount Marcy trailhead. This is the shorter way into Mount Marcy. It also goes to Henderson Lake, and there's a lean-to up there for camping, and some really cool trails up in there as well. And there's a couple of other trails that I've actually never managed to hike on the left side of this parking lot, which I will probably try to do this summer. But yeah, that's this week's video. So if you like it, comment, subscribe, and thumbs up, whatever you got to do. And as always, I guess yeah, we'll see you guys on the road.